Good day. This morning is April 5th, 2021. Today's title is To the Police Associations Regarding Law and Order. This past Saturday, today is Monday, I attended a rally that was to impeach President Biden, who a lot of the Patriots claim was put in illegitimately due to the voting fraud, the mass voting fraud, and that in reality that all but maybe 6 or 7 states actually was won by President Trump. While I was there, I saw a pickup truck, a 4-door American pickup truck with a family in it, and they were flying the American flag or the U.S. flag, and a flag quite similar to it with black and white stripes with a solid blue line in the middle. And I went over to ask him about it, and he says, well, it's a police association sign. And I asked how long they'd been, and he thought, well, maybe 4 years. And I said, was he aware that the Black Lives Matter and Antifa were flying that flag quite similar, but I recall the blue line being in 2 parts. And I asked him if he knew what that was, and he said no, but his teenage daughter piped up in the back seat that signified the breaking up of the police force in this country. And I said, gee, that makes sense. And I wanted to... Well, it's all about the flag, and this brochure that I showed last week in my video, which actually has the wrong address on it, and I've stuck a correction on there that just refers to TheAmerican States Assembly.net. But on the back side is the flag that was quite common during the Revolutionary War. And for those very few who are aware of it, that the flag that we use today, or that's most common, that's more like that, was originally and it says right here, the British East India Company, which I've talked about in many of my videos. It was the first corporation, and today has different titles, but it's out of the City of London, and it's the One World Corporation, and it's backed up by the U.S. military by force, enforcing the Petro-Dollar, which is how the elite control the world by charging an interest on something that doesn't really exist and is based on trade within the by using the Petro-Dollar. Anyway, it's all about the flag, you see. I mean, this is the symbol that you rally behind. And this policeman was not aware that, in a sense, he and many of the conservative people in this country are living a lie. I don't mean that they're liars, but most of the education that people have received in the last 30 years or so, and before that to a lesser degree, is twisted truth. Like I said last week on my 2 awareness videos, the Republican form of government is that you're living under since the Civil War is not really what you want, because in it it's a representative form of government, and you're appointing representatives, giving them the power of attorney. Now, maybe this policeman didn't know what a power of attorney is, and he should research that. That is your lawful rights that you were guaranteed under the Constitution prior to the War of 1812. What you have today, you're living under a corporate government, and that's why just recently Amazon, Coca-Cola, Delta, and a bunch of corporations told the state of Georgia that they couldn't really control their voting system. It's the corporations that are running things, and all the state ofs, county ofs, city ofs are different forms of, they're different sections of the corporate government that's run out of the City of London, which is the One World Corporation, extending from the British East Trading Company. So the whole premise of this rally, I told everybody that had an ear, you shouldn't be trying to reject President Biden because of the president of the corporation. What they need to do is get out, eject themselves out of the corporation. And that's what Anna von Reitz and the American States Assembly.net is all about. And there's other organizations out there that are teaching similar, where you can claim due to fraud and misrepresentation that you're not self-governing anymore, and that's what you do when you give up your power of attorney. It's like when you attain the year 18 years old, you have a power of attorney, and as soon as you register to vote or apply for any benefits or entitlements from the corporate government, they own you from that sense on. They have your power of attorney. So the representatives that you appoint have your power of attorney, and therefore they can sell out to whoever they want to, and the corporations can pay more than you can. What we want in this country is self-government. And due to the communication system, if it's really open and not controlled too much by Bill Gates and a lot of people like that, and censored, we have immediate communications. We have the ability to have, especially with the computerization of things, so that we should be able to self-govern. And that's what, going back to the true counties, not the county of, but the like Pinal County, as opposed to the county of Pinal. all you people out there, especially the conservatives, need to realize that you've been educated, programmed incorrectly. You have to educate yourself. You've been dumbed down, and you don't know your history. You're just like the Antifa kids, those rich right kids out there that have been programmed by the communist schools. You've got to realize what a representative form of government really is. We have two forms in this country. You can be self-reliant, like the elite are, or you can be diapered by Big Brother corporation. Most people need service to be serviced by somebody, taken care of, diapered. And unfortunately, so much corruption has gotten into the corporations that they're basically running a scam fraud system, like out of the Star Wars movie, The Empire. The Empire strikes back. Don't go to war with them. Separate yourselves like the elite are. Get out of the corporation. They're either head. Understand how a corporation operates. The head, the people who run the corporation, are not really members of the corporation. They're outside the corporation. That's why they don't have to pay the taxes and don't have to abide by the codes of the corporation, the commercial codes. I'm willing to give talks and do a question and answer session, which does a lot to any group that will contact the Pinal County. Just use this email address, pinalcounty@reborn.com. That's the email address. Use that. Watch this video, watch the other videos. To be educated, to be self-governing, takes living in reality, not living a lie. Means self-responsibility. So, thank you. This has been broken up kind of somewhat. Take care now. Bye.